My name is Kelly Thames, and I'm a fused glass artist. And we are here at School Art Center where I teach several classes, and I also kind of use this as my studio. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, and I went to undergrad at Auburn, and where I got a sculpture degree by accident because I applied for the painting department and they said it was full. So I became a sculptor. And then when I applied to graduate school at Georgia State, they went, you're applying to the painting department, but your work is sculptural. So by default, I became a sculptor MFA, earned my sculpture MFA from Georgia State. And so I also teach at Kennesaw State, 3D design in the foundations program, 2D color theory and drawing. And so I'm pretty lucky that I've always been able to be a sculptor and use my major. So what got me started in art is my mother put me in art classes when I was 8 years old. And so it's always been something that I've just done. When I was 16, I went to the Marilyn Wilson Gallery in Birmingham, Alabama. And I had known Marilyn because my mom would take my artwork and get it framed there. And I asked Marilyn, I said, where could I get a job in an art gallery like this one? And she laughed and she said, how about this one? And so from the age of 16 through college, I worked in an art gallery. And that's what I thought I wanted to do. So when I went to Auburn, I went into the business department. Well, I couldn't pass calculus. And so I thought, well, do I really need a business degree to run an art gallery? So I went the art route. I never owned an art gallery, but I'm still very good friends with Marilyn Wilson, who taught me so much about art, and basically because I was surrounded by it. That was how I really kind of got involved in art and kind of stayed involved in art. My whole career has been an accident, but it's been a very happy one because I really enjoy what I do. I've been here at Sproul since 2008, and I was doing that when I taught at the Art Institute, and then I came here. So I get my inspiration, I swear, it's in the shower. I do so much thinking in the shower. I ought to be able to take the water bill off of my taxes because I know I'm not alone, because I know there's a lot of people who write things down on their shower walls or whatever. Other inspiration comes from other artists or other things. I don't just look at glass artists for my glass work. I look at painters and printmakers and other sculptures, nature even, stained glass. Some of my favorite artists in glass would be Dale Chihuly. Even though he's a glass blower, I love what he's done for the glass world. He really made us not just craft anymore, that glass is art. And there are lots of other glass artists that have done that, and in the fused world as well. So my creative process is, I found that it really takes place in my head, and then to get it out, I may do I guess not sketching with a traditional pencil and paper, but sketching with glass or whatever medium I'm working with. And so I do more of a model or a maquette. So it's just, I guess, drawing or sketching with another material. So sometimes I'll have smaller versions of things before they become larger versions. And it's kind of interesting to see, the progression of the versions. And how they turn out or don't turn out. So I will get an idea, and then I'll source the materials. However, in the glass world, sometimes the glass itself is so beautiful, it will direct you where to or how to use it. I know sculptors, like even Michelangelo, would look at a piece of marble, and supposedly the marble told him what was trapped inside. And sometimes the glass does that. It'll say, oh, I think you should do this. And so sometimes that's the process. I'm also, and I've always been like this even in graduate school and undergrad, is I've had several projects going on at once. And because I think sometimes you need to take a break from a piece, there are times when you've had divine intervention and you get the piece and you know what you're going to do and you just whip it out and you're very focused. Sometimes I have that, and sometimes I do that. In other cases, I'm going through it and I need to give it a rest, so I'll work on another piece while I'm letting that one rest. And sometimes when I work on that piece, I have a better understanding of the former piece. So kind of having several irons in the fire works for me as well in my process. Luckily, I'm able to sell things at the Sproul Gallery, and so pieces go there. Sometimes it's commissioned piece. If it's a commissioned piece, I usually do a sketch, or at least show some reference materials or previous work, and go from there. For the client, yeah. So I'm pretty lucky.